Greetings, citizens of the internet. It's your man Santa Claus. How are you doing? I hope you are fine. Are you surviving the quarantine? Please, you have to be strong. Be strong for yourself and for your children and for your loved ones. We shall we shall overcome. We shall get through this. Just a matter of time. Just be patient. Okay. Today we'll talk about God and religion. Incredible indeed. Now, let us start with who or what is God. Now, God is a celestial entity that is regarded as a creator of earth, space, and time. The quest to know God gave birth to religion. Now, religion is something else entirely from God, because God and religion are two different things. Yes, God and religion are two different things. If God and religion are the same, then I would ask, what is the religion of God? Of course, there will be no answer for that. Now, this is a vital topic I don't like talking about, simply because I don't talk about something I do not understand. When we talk about God, assumptions, anthropomorphic fallacies, and people's opinion is what they bring together and then tell you that this is the opinion of God. And it cannot be that, because humans don't know God and we can never comprehend the existence of God. So when you are telling me God said this or that, or God loves this or that, I will assume that is your opinion about God, because God is God and humans cannot tell the nature and characteristics of God. So I will leave that as it is, because it passed my power. It is above me. Now, let's look at religion. Religion is an organized set of beliefs, rituals, and doctrines regarding a particular sect. We have different types of religion. We have the Christian religion, we have the Muslim religion, we have the African traditional religions. All around the world, we have Hinduism, we have Jainism, we have, wow, Sikhism, we have the Shintos, we have Buddhism, and there are so many of them. Up to the extent that we even have free thinkers and atheists. Personally, I'm a deist. A deist is simply someone who believes in God but does not believe in religion. I explained that earlier, so you will understand with me. Now, different religions, all of them saying they are the one true way to God, to meet the Creator, each giving you modus operandi, that is the mode of operation, the way you should behave, the way you should do things, so that when on the last day, when God comes to call his people, you'll be chosen among them. Okay, that being said, I don't believe in all religions. I believe in common sense. 1 plus 1 equals to 2. 1 plus 1 equals to 11. I will ask you, how did you come about this? I am the creation of the Creator, and I connect directly to the Creator with my mind. With my mind. I connect directly to the Creator with my mind. I don't need nobody to be telling me that this is the way it should be done before I know. I will use my common sense and know that. Common sense tells me that if I keep this phone here, I come back, I don't see it because it was stolen, I know how I will feel. So why should I make my fellow man feel that way by taking the person's phone, by stealing it? So these are the things that we already know ourselves, And moreover, in our African traditional systems, because we have cultures, in our cultures there are rules and regulations, there are norms, they are unwritten, but we know these things. We know what taboos are, we know what bad things are. Even while growing up, automatically you already have that sense of good and evil. So I don't need no book or persons to come and start telling me that this is the way you should do things, this is the way you shouldn't do things, or thereabout. No, I don't believe in that. We already have our own accepted patterns of behavior in our various African traditional organization societies and belief systems. Most religious systems, they preach the end of the world. That is to say, the world as we know it is going to end one day. And as such, we have had several predictions from several renowned men of God. I learned one even predicted recently that the world is going to end on the 27th of April. The world will never end. When you die, your world has ended. It is that simple. The world goes on. When you die, if there is a judgment, you face it. No, but for crying out loud, nobody has died, gone to the other world, and come back and told us that there is there is a judgment or there's a world outside there. You cannot be alive with me and be telling me what happens in the world of the dead. You are not dead, for crying out loud. So I choose not to believe you. Now, the world as we know it, according to scientists, is over 5 billion years old. There is a general assertion that scientists are liars. But if scientists can guess that the world is over 5 billion years old, then there must be an iota of truth. Christianity is what? Barely 2000 years old. Islam is what? Barely 1500 or at most years old. So you can do the maths. Now let us look at some vital points about these various religions. The Christian religion preaches that the world is going to end, right? Okay, let us say now the Christian end of the world now comes today, and then the world population is 10 billion approximately. Catholics are approximately 1 billion, then the remaining other Christians are 1 billion, so 2 billion. And out of that 2 billion, not everybody is going to go to heaven. So automatically the remaining 8 billion are all going to hellfire. Wow. Clap for yourself. Seriously? What kind of a God does that? That's wickedness if you ask me. Now they say Jesus came to die for my sins. Okay, Jesus died before I was born. So is it that he has died for all my sins? If someone has died for my sins, then I should be sinning so that the person doesn't die for nothing. Or am I making sense? Okay, now you go to Islam. They say Allah is the only way. Muhammad is the only. Allah is the one true God, and Muhammad is the one true servant. Mm. The same thing now goes for the Islam. So if the Islamic last day now comes, the same thing now happens to everybody else. So the remaining just die. What happens to the Buddhists? What happens to the Jainas? What happens to the Sikhs? What happens to the Chinese? What happens to the Japanese? The far west, the far east? What happens to all of them? Automatically they just go to hellfire like that. It is. I look at the way I look at this heaven and hell shit thing is like this. Okay, I am a teacher. I give my students a job, a classwork that I know they will certainly fail, and then I now promise to punish any of them that fails. So it means I am giving them a test to fail so that I can actually flog them. So why don't I just flog them in the beginning and save them the stress of going out through the test? That is the way I see it though. And my opinion is different from you. Someone once said opinions are like assholes because everybody has one. But truth always stands the test of time. I am not here to castigate or disregard any religion. I'm just only here to state facts. Now, I don't need any Bible or Quran to be telling me this is right or this is wrong. I have my common sense to do that for me. For crying out loud, the Bible and the Quran are all written in allegories. They are not to be understood literally. Not when they say God created the world in 7 days and then you think it's from Monday to Friday, or rather Monday to Sunday, and then you start saying we should rest on the seventh. Why would you be giving God human attributes? That is absurd. Okay? We often forget that Christianity was given to us by the colonial masters who gave us religion as amnesia so that we'll forget the bad things they did to us during the slave trade and during colonialism. And what about Islam? Islam came through jihad. 1804, Osman Danfodio, Sokoto Caliphate, that they are still ruling us up till now, which brought about the Fulani problem that we are facing till today. And the jihad was convert to a religion or die. So what the hell? And these things are not even indigenous to us, they are foreign. So you come from another land, come and impose your belief on us, and we are taking it in hook, line, and sinker. This is not a system that is sustainable if we are to continue as a nation, because the dichotomy it has created is the north and south. And if these two are to lock heads together, this whole country is going to be upside down. Africans are now in a social dilemma as a result of this. To accept someone else's religion simply means you have abandoned your own identity. You have dropped your identity and you are now embracing another man's way of life. Religion doesn't just mean your belief. It has to do with your mode of dressing, your interaction, your way of thinking, the way you see things. It molds everything. It goes way down to even politics, because Christianity now they are giving ways of dress. You must dress. Even in the church, there's politics. These people have turned this pious organization into a money-making machine. Anybody that is becoming a failure in life thinks, okay, let me go open a church and then do one or two miracles, not even knowing where the person got the so-called powers from. We have been mentally enslaved by these men of God who claim to be spiritual men, whereas they are spiritual liars, leading you astray just to get that penny from you. Why would you build schools where there are poor parishioners who cannot attend? I always say that if all religious persons pay their tithes, their zakats to the poor instead of to the church or to the mosques, will go a very long way in eradicating poverty. Now, this is causing mental slavery of the highest order, and it makes us lazy because we have become prayer warriors instead of thinkers. As a result, in my society now, you find out that we have more prayer warriors than scientists. Okay, look at this case of COVID-19 now. Where are the men of God? Where are they? Why didn't they see this coming? Why are they not praying for it to go? Why are the scientists be the ones taking the whole bulk of the stress, finding a cure? Even if we Nigerians don't like it, some Chinese scientists are here to help us. At least that's what we are being told, but we all know they are here for something else. We really need to put our shit together, because we have become vulnerable people who have been oriented into believing something that is more or less building castles in the air. Let us get realistic. We all have our own traditions in our own cultural backgrounds. As a man from Igbo, you know that Chuku is your God. Jesus is only an invention of the white man. Likewise Muhammad, and likewise all this. Well, some might call me a pagan for doing this video, but the truth hurts. You are entitled to your opinion. The truth will always stand as truth. Okay. You've gotten that, bah? The only true religion we have in this world is love. Love your neighbors as you would love yourself. Treat your neighbor regardless of tribe or religion. I dream of a country whereby a Muslim can marry a Christian without sentiments. Personally, the Muslims or the Hausas, they are very good people, extremely good people. But whenever it comes to religion, they are radicals and it affects their way of thinking. The Christians, they are not good either. They don't even have cooperation amongst themselves. At the end of the day, this thing is disturbing our country. We are not developing as a result of these petty sentiments, these imaginary boundaries that we have erected by ourselves. Perhaps when we begin to accept ourselves for who we are and stop being somebody else, stop practicing somebody else's way of life, then the social revolution can start. It's just a food for thought. I thank you all very much for listening, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you.